Lots of winners and thankfully no alien abductions at the 14th Annual Alien Run Mountain Bike Competition. Pool players take to the halls of Durango Pongas for the Summer Pool League. The Durango High School Demons are headed to the state championships in track and field. This and much more on this week's Inside Durango Sports.
You're watching Inside Durango TV Sports with Jordan Alexander, your source for information about sporting events in Southwest Colorado.
More than 110 cyclists took to the mountain trails of Aztec, New Mexico on May 4th for the 14th Annual Alien Run and Mountain Bike Competition. This event is so named as the course travels through an alleged UFO crash site, traversing challenging trails between Aztec and Farmington. 3 race classes were offered. The beginners tackled a 10-mile course across the New Mexico desert. The 16 races in the sport category raced a 24-mile loop, and the experts endured a grueling 26-mile loop. Riley Amos took the crown for the beginners men's category with a full 2 minutes ahead of the rest of the field. He completed the 10 miles in 52 minutes and 31 seconds, followed by Ned Marion in second place with 55.22, and Logan Moore rounded out the top 3 just over a minute behind Moore. For the women, Morgan Fortin scored the second quickest beginner's time in 54 minutes and 53 seconds. Sadie Schaefer and Cecilia Compton completed the podium. The sport category saw 4 races drop out, perhaps tiredness, perhaps injury, or perhaps the blistering pace set by Kieran Egan as he tore through the 24 miles in 1 hour 45 minutes. Peter Meck and Joe Schaefer finished 4 and 7 minutes later, respectively. The quickest women's sport racer was Laura Knapp, who narrowly missed out on a sub-2-hour time by 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Knapp's closest competition came in the form of Cameron Sippy, who finished in 2 hours 3 minutes and 39 seconds. On to the Piste de Resistance. The expert category, 46 races challenged the 26-mile course through Hart Canyon, and only 2 seconds split first and second place. Christopher Blevins edged out Matt Shriver by a couple of bike lengths to be crowned the Alien Run champion on the day. Blevins conquered the course in 1 hour, 37 minutes and 25 seconds. The race will be back next year on Sunday, May 3rd, so mark it on your calendar. Let's talk about snooker. The Durango Coors Light BCAPL 8-Ball League is in full swing down at Pongas Pool Hall. After 5 weeks of play, Team Fair and Foul sits on top of the standings with 105 wins. Team Hawaii and Incognito duke it out for second place, tied on 79 wins each. Perfect Poor Poolers are 4th with 76 wins and 84 losses. I Dream of Greenies are in 5th on 66 wins. Just 1 win behind and hot on the Greenies' tails are Change Gamers. The Beatles hold 7th with 63 ahead of Zoopies in 8th, and Road Runners bring up the rear with 51 wins. Last Tuesday's highlights saw top-ranked Fair and Foul take on 7th-ranked Change Gamers. Fair and Foul squashed any signs of an upset as they took the first round 6 games to 2. In round 2, they continued their dominance with a 7-1 win. In round 3, Change Gamers won their most wins of the round of the night when Sean Elmore, Alan Miller and Brian Russell overcome their opponents. But Fair and Foul cleaned up again in the final round with a 7-1 win. Final score, Fair and Foul 25, Change Gamers 7. The Durango Coors Light BCAPL 8-Ball League plays every Tuesday at Pongas Bar. Ray Vigil and Scott Schloes were the MVPs for Fair and Foul. They dropped only a single game each out of their 8 played. In the individual standings, Fair and Foul's Tom Sanderford and Brian Berner of, respectively, Perfect Poor Poolers and I Dream of Genies stand as top dogs with 23 wins each. But in terms of win-loss percentage, Incognito's Wayne Lyle and Curtis Ellifritz of Team Hawaii reign supreme, with 22 wins and 10 losses for 68.75%. Fair and Foul hosts second-ranked Team Hawaii in this week's games. The Durango Coors Light BCAPL 8-Ball League plays every Tuesday at Pongas Bar. Next, we join JR at Pongas for a lesson in billiards for our next School of Skills.
Hi, I'm JR from Pongas, and this is Inside Durango TV. We're gonna teach you the basics of pool so you can come out, get on a table, and start playing right away. Let's go ahead and break, and then we'll start talking about pool. So one of the first things that's really important about pool is getting your proper stance. You want to get in what's referred to as athletic or staggered stance. Not straight onto the ball, but a little staggered. And you don't want to move your arm to the shot. You want to move your body. If I'm going to take this shot, I don't want to do it over here with my arm like this. I want to get my body positioned so that I can line up my shot. Again, athletic, staggered stance, and away we go. So, one of the important things about pool is getting your proper grip on your stick. Usually you want to keep your hand right about the middle. And then when you line up your fingers, you can either do a wrapped finger or an open. I prefer the open. And then simply line up your shot and follow through. So with an English shot, we want to hit the cue ball either on the left or the right. And in this case, we want to throw that ball right, so I have to hit it left. And there we go. So another kind of cool thing you can do with pool is to do what's referred to as a backspin. See, I need to make a shot on my 2-ball, but after I make my 3-ball, I'm kind of hooked. So I'm going to see if I can't do a little backspin just to get me lined up for that 2. I'm going to hit underneath the ball, and I'm going to follow all the way through to see if I can get my cue ball to come back to me a little. And now I have a shot on my 2. Well, that's it. I hope you learned a little bit about pool. And remember, when you come to Pongas, it's just $5 an hour for your own table. So whether it's one of you or 6, it doesn't matter. It's still just $5 an hour. Thank you for coming out. Back to you, John.
Is there a better way to round off the show than with the trials and tribulations from high school sports? Durango High School track and field athletes qualified in 8 separate individual events and 7 team relays for the Colorado High School Activities Association track meet in Lakewood. Freshman Allie Davis enters the meet as the top seed in the girls' high jump and 2nd seed in the long jump. Gabby Rasma also is seeded in the meet. She heads to the sandpit with a 4th seed for triple jump. For the boys, Justin Markham marks the only seeded male Demon. He competes in the pole vault. What about baseball? The Demons baseball team reached the Elite 8 of the Colorado High School Activities Association State Championships through a 3-1 win over Eagle Valley, and then an 11-2 victory over Ponderosa. Demons swimming scored a 5th place finish in the 400-yard freestyle relay to accomplish an overall team finish of 4th place at the Western Slope League Championships. The DHS girls tennis team watched in agony as Mullen High School fell in the Class 4A Girls Tennis State Championships. The Demons would have continued into the postseason playoffs if Mullen had avoided defeat. Now Bayfield, a spirited comeback from 8-1 down in the 3rd inning proved too little too late for Bayfield High School baseball. Against La Junta. La Junta added insurance runs to win the game 11-10. Bayfield girls soccer ended their season with a 6-0 loss to Manitou Springs. In Ignacio, Kelton Richmond shone for Ignacio High School track and field at the San Juan Basin League Championships. He won both the discus and the shot put. That's a strong young man there. That's it for another week of Inside Durango Sports. The culmination of college sports won't stop this train from rolling through summer. Join us again for more sports action from the Greater Durango area. I'm John Mahoney, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching Inside Durango TV Sports. Tune in every Thursday for more sports headlines.